What is the actual difference between a 26 handicap golfer and a golf pro? And how can you start bridging that gap? Let's do it.
Let's do it now.
Hi everyone, James Robinson here guys. First things first, I'd like to warmly welcome you all to this very YouTube channel. And welcome back Mr. Fox, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, how are you?
I'm excellent today mate. So people will notice we are donning our ShotScope V3 watches because this series we have partnered up with the guys at ShotScope to improve your golf. So many people are saying that you need to improve.
I know.
When we all need to improve, don't we? But today we're going to look at the stats and figures as to how you can improve, where you need to improve to potentially bridge the gap between 26 handicapness and PGA Pro-ness. Ish, sort of. Should we have a match while we do it?
I can't.
We might as well, haven't we? Yellow tees, lovely evening. Should we get out there?
Let's get out there.
I'll give you the honour. Right, I'll let you go mate whenever you're ready.
Well,
what club have you got? Just a nice iron to start the day.
Nice little 7-iron.
Yeah.
My old friend.
That could be very good, that. If it's long enough, it's good.
It's lost.
We'll see.
Trees.
We shall see. So, in the interests of data, I'm sure loads of people out there love a bit of data. We're going to talk fairways hit, fairways missed, where they're missed, and all the above, really. Plenty of information.
Lovely.
That'll do, nicely, away. How many shots do you get here? One. You get one shot.
One. Von.
Uno. So, two pretty good tee shots there, two starters off, and I think one thing we need to get in straight away is the importance of keeping stats. Because we never used to, did we? We never used to really bother.
No. But it's teaching us a few lessons.
It's taught me lessons about my own game, and I think for you especially, the reason why we've taken a while to get this second video out in the series is that we wanted to collect as much data as possible. There's no point comparing data over 18 holes because it could just be a bad day, it could be a good day, it could be an indifferent day.
Yeah.
So we've got, I think there are about half a dozen, are they? 5 to half a dozen?
I think I've got 4, I think you've got maybe 1 or 2 more, but yeah. we're getting there.
So it's going to be interesting to see, we'll look at the scoring averages as well on certain holes and how you can potentially use that. You can even just change your mindset as to how you attack a hole, couldn't you? Yeah.
We'll get into it further on where I'm hemorrhaging shots heavily. And
yeah. Should we start off with fairways hit and missed?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So rather fittingly, Foxy, we've got your tee shot here just in the right hand rough. Unfittingly, mine's in the fairway. And if we do have a look, so we're going to throw some stats up at screen now. We'll talk your stats first, Foxy. So if we have a look at, first of all, the club's percentage hitting the fairway wise.
Yeah.
So what percentage do you hit fairway with a driver?
So it's saying 60% of my drivers are in the fairway.
And what about 3-wood?
19%.
19%. So if we throw mine up on screen now, I don't hit as many drivers as, you don't hit that many, do you?
Not that many.
So I have 44% of fairways hit with driver, the rest of those are probably left, and we'll show you that in a second as well. My 3-wood's 89%, which I use a lot, and that's how I've been building my scores quite well.
So that's how you find most of your fairways, don't you? Straight out middle, thanks for coming.
It generally is, and then if we look at where the shots have been missed, so mine personally, 53% in the fairway, 22% left, 22% right. So even though we have a joke about me being a 4 left, I've missed as many right as I have left. So maybe I've been overcomplicating that a little bit. What of your left rough, right rough?
31% in the fairway.
Yeah.
22% in the left rough.
Yeah.
And ironically, for me, 34% in the right, which I think we all expect to see.
We did all expect to see that, and that's something which we might well look at in the coming episodes of this series, trying to get him to maybe, well, just hit more fairways.
Hit more
There's
fairways.
no maybe about it, is there?
Straighten up their irons and straighten everything up, really.
Pretty much. And then what if we did look at, because we've taken a few screenshots just so you're not waiting around for us, what if we did look at your longest drive?
So, longest drive. 265 yards, apparently my longest drive.
And what's the average drive?
The average is 176.
Now what we said here was my longest drive 311, as you can see here, and my average is 247, so that's a big difference on the average, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the longest drive's okay, that's fine. I've been golfing a lot longer than you, probably should hit it a bit further, but the average, there's a big gap there when you
there's a massive gap. Like for your averages, you don't know the days with the wind, anything, you know. But so, for me, it's that big span between my longest and average.
So you need to get you hitting more club straighter down there.
Yep.
Right,
definitely.
I'll let you go, mate. You've got a shot here and you're in play. Comment below, guys, what do you think of those stats as well? Are they what you would expect? Are they a little bit better than you would expect? Or maybe a bit worse than you would expect for a 26 handicap golfer? I think the driver numbers are interesting because you don't hit driver that often, but then maybe you know what, looking at them, maybe you should.
Maybe I should start
Maybe that's
again.
what's holding you back scoring wise.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's just the fact that I can't generally hit a fairway.
No, but you say like your stats say otherwise.
Yeah, I suppose.
So I think you're probably masking it with when we film and we're not taking data.
Yeah.
That's when you generally, I think when you've got your head on and you're actually playing for a score, you hit more fairways. Lovely strike. Is it up? Be the club. Oh, that took a horrible bounce.
You horrible man.
How did you know I wanted to talk bunkers next?
Because I've been struggling with the old bunkers.
But again, do the stats say you've been struggling? I just feel like you have.
The stat, no, I do. I generally have, and the stats have been saying.
This is something quite interesting because so many golfers, maybe if you're a bit negative about it, you can't just say like Foxy, oh, I'm terrible with driver. You are sometimes, but your stats there say otherwise.
It's there, isn't it? It's just, I think for me, it's just figuring out where it's going wrong and just a bit of repetition and we're off. I suppose that's all high handicap golf, isn't it?
Yeah, right, 100 yards.
89 really.
Just going to go a little gap wedge, I think.
Just a little, feather it down.
Oh, what is that? That's going to be all right as well. It was a terrible strike. I'll take that.
That's wonderful. Oh, good strike.
It was a bit of a Damien, to be honest, a bit of a drop kick, but we'll take it. And the stats wise, if you look at me from 100 yards as well with a gap wedge, generally we do hit most greens, so we'll take it.
Very good.
Now I'm going to have to apologise quickly here, guys, because that statement I said about the gap wedge was totally incorrect and just something which I thought I must hit greens with a gap wedge. You can see that the 9-iron was 100%, pitching wedge 83%, and as we keep moving down here, you can now see the gap wedge is only 27% of hit greens. Now that's a lot of shots, that's 15 shots, and if I work on that, that's definitely going to improve my scoring and improve my game. So it just goes to show how important these stats can be if you actually do look at them and take them seriously, not just think and assume like I did there. I'm an idiot. Let's get back to it. So as we delve into the short game aspect of the ShotScope V3 and let's be fair, the software is fantastic on the app as well. It's quite intuitive, isn't it?
There's so much you can delve into, and you could, to be fair, I think you could spend a hell of a lot of time with it.
Yeah, and if you go on the computer, you can actually get more information as well. So Foxy, what is your up and down percentage? This isn't bunkers, this is just up and down.
Up and down, 33% I make up and down.
So guys, comment below quickly, what do you think my up and down percentage is as a pro or a PGA pro? If Foxy's is 33%, what do you think mine is?
I think you make up and down maybe 67% of the time.
Ooh, 69% of the time.
Oh, well, not too bad then.
Sand saves 57% of the time, which is actually quite good. It doesn't sound that high, but that's quite impressive. Foxy, let's have a drum roll.
Put it this way, it's a lot better than my sand saves.
What is your sand save percentage? Nothing.
0.
But remember, these are just your... Oh, I thought that squirrel was going to get my ball then. These are just your competitive rounds as well, so...
Yeah, so to be fair, I've been having a little bit of a stinker getting out of bunkers of late, which...
So if you get up and down here, that adds... Well, it's basically, it would be your first ever up and down out of a bunker. Not really, but you know what I mean.
On the watch.
Can't believe I duffed it to there. And again, that shows us that bunker-wise, most 26 handicap golfers would have a very low percentage of getting up and down. But I certainly feel like it's something that you don't want to go into a bunker thinking, oh, I'll never get up and down out of here. No. You want a technique that at least gets you out and gives you a chance.
To be fair, that's all I want. I just want to be able to just get out quite happily at the minute.
Yeah.
Without knifing it.
Oh, lovely. Chance.
Chance? Oh, well, it's out.
There for 3 net 2 as well, wonderful.
It was a little bit heavy, but it's gone out.
Great shot.
Where's the rake?
Right, I'm here for 2, and Foxy is closer, probably half the distance for 3 net 2, so it's actually advantage to him with a wonderful bunker shot there. And even just talking about the stats I think helps as well. Maybe you concentrate a bit more on previous lessons you've had there, thinking, I shouldn't have a 0% bunker up and down rate, because you shouldn't really, should you?
It's just in, like you say, just in them competitive rounds and the ones that we have used the shot scope on. Obviously I've played maybe a couple more rounds where I've not used it and I have got out, so.
Oh, it's not that much. It doesn't go that much.
No.
So putting stats are quite interesting as well, because obviously I've been putting really well this season. Fox, you've got that for the win to go 1-up.
And I've been quite hit and miss.
Yeah, very hit and miss, but then in matches you've actually kind of come into your own a little bit.
Yeah, it's like sometimes with the social side you kind of just don't think about it, you're just there just having a knock and whatnot.
What do you think, so this is about, what do you say, 6 feet?
6 feet.
What would you say your average is from 3 to 6 feet? Do you know?
I'd say 3 to 6 feet, 43%, and then you go to the next bracket up at 6 to 9, which is 50%.
So what was that, sorry?
3 to 6 feet, 43%.
Yep.
Up to the next bracket of 6 to 9 feet, that's 50%.
And then what's 9 to 12 feet?
38%.
So just start kind of gradually dropping then as you... so actually you've got pretty much a 50% chance of making this. If I look at mine, I'm 71% 3 to 6, 73% 6 to 9. So interestingly, we both go up a tiny bit, 6 to 9 feet as opposed to 3 to 6.
Yeah.
Your 0 to 3 was it 100%?
Yeah. 100%, ironically.
And that's because you take your time and actually go through your process when you're in a competition rather than when we film maybe trying to tap it in and missing.
Because obviously them shots, they're really annoying, those shots 0 to 3 feet if you miss them.
Yeah, tell me about it. I did it 3 times on 1-hole.
Ah, nice weight though.
Yeah, it's not a bad putt. I'm going to give you that, mate. Good half. Halved in pars, sort of. And what if I told all of you guys that we can even look at what we missed long and what we missed short? Because although you missed that one, it wasn't short, was it?
No, to be fair, very interestingly, I do have a miss short of 72%.
Which is crazy, isn't it?
Which is a lot. And obviously you were teaching me putting, saying you just need to be at the hole and then the foot after. And
yeah.
Most of the time now I'm maybe a little bit too tentative.
And potentially that's why that par putt, net birdie putt looks so good, because it has gone past the hole.
Yeah.
So even that, knowing that, you know you need to be more assertive with your putts, which is fantastic.
Yeah, get it to hole and give yourself a chance then.
Oh, man. Now I know there'll be a lot of people thinking, why on earth are you comparing a 26 handicap to a pro? That doesn't make any sense, but we play probably the majority of our golf together. So yeah, it actually does make sense because we can sort of help each other along a little bit. And
I suppose I think it does make sense though.
Yeah, because you're striving.
What do I aspire to? I'm not aspiring to be a 10 handicapper. Surely you aspire to be a 0.
Yeah, I think you definitely do. And one thing that we're going to do with the guys at ShotScope is we're going to get an 18 handicaps data as well and compare Foxy with that, because although Foxy's target may well be scratch in a couple of years' time, 5 years' time, 10 years' time, however long it takes, but to manage that, I think it's 18, 15, 10. So first of all, we need to get you down to 18. If we compare your stats with an 18 handicappers, obviously they're going to be better than yours. So obviously, then we can see how...
See where it varies, where it differs.
Absolutely. What club's this?
I've got a 6.
6. And this is something we looked at as well, isn't it? Just hitting something that actually gets you in the fairway.
Yeah. Trying to it's the damage limitation. So if I hit a driver here and hit it well, great. But if I hit it bad, it's gone. If I hit a 6-iron bad here, still,
yeah, it's in play.
It's in play. So, but it's 6-iron good downhill, I'm not going to be far off.
No. Great shot. Oh, it's a missed fairway, but you're not literally not bothered about that at all, are you?
Even though the stats say it's missed fairway, I'm really, really happy with that.
And that, in fairness, is something which, when we do talk numbers, you have to take them almost with a pinch of salt. Obviously, this is the closest you can get too scientifically improving your game, but you still have to think, well, really, yes, it's in the semi-rough, but does it really matter? How many shots do you get here, by the way? One again.
One? Oof.
Cut a bit. If that misses the bunker, that's in position A, just so you know.
I hope it's in.
Yeah, I do as well. Now, quite interestingly, we can also look at a score breakdown. So what percentage do you have of pars, of bogeys, of double bogeys, of eagles, of things like that? I'm losing my towel.
What, just for a change?
Just for a change, losing my towel, yeah. So if I were to tell you guys, and I'll put it on screen now, my par percentage is 65%, which I went through a bit of a spell of it feeling boring almost with lots of pars, so that does make sense. And then we have a birdie of 11%, bogeys 19, and double bogeys plus just 4%. That's why I've been scoring so consistently, you could say. Now, if we look at your score breakdown...
So, eagles, as we can all imagine.
Nil pois.
Nil pois.
Same
nothing,
for me, actually.
nothing for Mr. Fox.
Which, in fairness, there's only 2 par 5s here.
Yeah.
So that kind of does make it more difficult to get one, but...
And I have come close, actually, on just on a couple of occasions on the 7th, but or the 8th as it is. Pars, 14%. Now, interesting for me, for you then, you're saying your 60% was you found it maybe getting boring.
Yeah.
If I get a par, I'm over the moon. But
yeah. And that shows the difference in the 26 handicap and obviously being a pro.
Doubles plus 61%.
That's massive. That's
like your par ratio is my
doubles or more.
Yeah.
And that's something which, if we can get you keeping it in play, which we've already spoken about in this video, so things are starting to tie together nicely, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you have any birdies?
Birdies, yeah. 3% birdies.
Yeah.
And 22% bogeys.
And I sort of get that, because if you think, as a 26 handicap golfer, you can have 8 doubles per round, can't you?
Yeah.
And play to your handicap. That's 45% near enough.
Yeah.
Like if we're going to average it out, about 45%, because 9 would be 50%, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maths. See, maths.
Yeah.
Mr. Brain, see, I can do it. Remember him?
What, Pink in the Brain or Mr. Brain?
Yeah. Well, I've lost my thread there. But yeah, so you can actually have 45% of double bogeys and still play to your handicap, but you're having more than that, which is why maybe your form isn't like it should be.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, hitting less club or hitting a club that gets you in the fairway, I wouldn't think, I'm putting you under pressure now, you're going to make a double from there, because you've got about a pitching wedge in.
You've said it now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like I say, just getting off the tee, like that percentage, 6% double or more, I have thrown quite a few 8s, 9s, 10s and some 11s in. Yeah. And that's because I've been a bit pig-headed, saying I need to hit driver here. It's off the white pegs. I need to hit driver. I need to get away, and then I've lost 2 off for a tee.
And actually, all our scores are off the whites, are they?
They're all off the whites, yeah, because all them ones we tried to keep in a competition.
And there's one St Andrews one actually, isn't there? Or was that in there?
No, it's half and half. We were just getting to grips with it then. But.
Right. How far have you got?
127. A little bit up, I think. What's wind doing? Helping a little?
Yeah.
I'm going to go pitching wedge.
It's a big 6-iron, mate. Excited 2-iron now when we're just up there.
I am finding, to be fair, we can show you some of the stats. Even like when I've hit me 7-iron, when I'm hitting stuff well, it's going a long way.
I will put your stats for the distances on screen now, and they are very impressive. Sometimes it can be a bit skewed, say if you've chipped out with a club or something like that, so you've got to bear that in mind as well. Maybe you delete that from your averages realistically.
Yeah, go into it.
But it's amazing actually how, I'm going to put mine on screen now, like you look at the driver, around 275 is what I say, 7-iron I always say around 165. Yeah. I know those numbers from when I do reviews, and they're actually nailed on, so it shows that I'm right.
And it shows how accurate this is as well.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Shout out, shot scope.
Right, so, nothing left, which is good for me. There we go. Rubbish.
What your best strike?
Heavy, very, very heavy.
Heavy. Still in play though. Still chance of a 5, well chance of a 4, but good chance of a 5. So what we are going to do in this series, guys, as well, we are going to eventually just break it down into lessons for Foxy and see how we can improve his scores and how we can improve his stats and things like that. That's another one where that's an unforced error. Yeah. If we're talking tennis terms, I don't know why we are, but anyway, we're going to try and get him to stop the unforced errors, and literally just become a little bit more of a plodder. And that's how you're going to get down to maybe 18 or 16 or something like that next season. Well, there's a tree in my way, which isn't ideal.
Ah, it's not in way.
Saying
98's at middle.
Oof. I've got a gap wedge or a lob wedge.
Would you like a sand wedge?
No, it's my fault for only bringing half a set. I'll hit a full lob and hope for the best. This might not get there.
Close the face.
Yeah. Go.
Oh!
We'll take its front edge, but we shall take it.
Honestly thought you were going to take that trip back down memory lane there.
One spin all the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did as well. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Great terminology. I struck it nice though.
Yeah, we're lovely.
What are you thinking? Just a nice little pitch on there. Remember, you've got the bank at the back to use, haven't you?
Yeah, so I'm thinking 52 gap wedge.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've got about 60 yards or so. So if it was sand wedge, I know I'd have to put a little bit more into it. A lot more chance to get stuff wrong.
You've literally got a window of about 15 yards you can land this and it will finish close, haven't you?
Yeah.
Lovely. Hit the bank. Come down. What he's doing.
Don't you dare.
It can't stay there. It's coming. She's coming. Lovely.
Sound.
Nice shot.
Thank you very much.
Right, so one on the green and Foxy's
It just trickled down.
pitched up there. Where's it gone? All the way down there.
That's just a little bit.
That is hard lines. Now for me as well, one way that you could potentially use data like this and analyse yourself is have competitions with your mates doing this. So like kind of say, oh, in the next 5 rounds, well, whoever hits the least fairways buys the drinks or something. So you're not just playing for like a score, you're playing to try and see how that kind of goes with your scoring as well.
Yeah, see if it makes it any better. A little bit of healthy competition.
Yeah. Because if I said to you, you've got to buy me a pint if you hit less fairways than me, you're probably in 6 iron off every tee. And then if you hit every fairway, it'd be amazing to see what happened to your scores.
Oh.
Sorry, John.
Sorry, John. This is not tee box like usual.
Oh, bit of spin. Oh, lovely efforts. Run on a bit. Nice and attacking. Well, you there, 4 net 3.
We've been talking a lot. I've lost track of my score. 1, Damien 2, 3. Yeah, 4 net 3. Turn.
Oh, it was on with good pace. 2 pars to open. This for the half.
So from my chip, it just run out a little bit here, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And I'll tell you what, you've probably got again about a 50% chance of making this, looking at your stats. You'd take a 50% chance of winning the lottery, wouldn't you?
Oh, not many.
Oh. Oh!
Again.
You miss a few like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Not a bad putt, mate. It's a 6. You can move on with that. Another one for the percentage double. I'll get that.
Yeah, you better get that as well.
So, Dormy won in the match, and all that's really left to talk about is, well, there's a lot left to talk about actually, but in this video we're going to talk about scoring averages on pars 3, 4s and 5s as well.
Yeah.
So in tournaments or in competitions, the par 3s haven't been my friend. And I'll say that because I'm Dormy 1 and we're on a par 3 now. Albeit we're playing to a temporary green because the guys have worked day and night to get this green back, haven't they? And it's looking.
Oh, they're here now, actually.
That looks wonderful, doesn't it?
Look at that.
Can't wait to get back on that. And I heard someone's been convicted, but that's all we're allowed to say. We're allowed to say anything else. Don't you hate vandalism on golf courses? I absolutely despise it.
Vandalism.
So my par 3 course, my par 3 scores average to par 3.4, par 4 4.2, and par 5's 4.8. So I'm very much rescuing around on par 5s.
But that's where you see all the pros and
absolutely,
all. That's where they get the birdies, don't they? That's where they get that.
So what's yours?
So for me, the par 3 score 4.2.
Yeah.
Par 4 is where it all goes down a little bit. Now Swanee 6.3.
That's the biggie, isn't it?
And even worse though, par 5 6.8.
So that could, but actually no, because the par 5s is still under a double, whereas your par 4s are a double. That correlates with your high percentage of doubles and more.
Yeah.
So that's, again, we know that par 3s, okay, your irons have been good. It's getting these clubs to get you off the tee,
Yeah.
isn't it? I'm surprised your driver's numbers were so high, actually. But
Getting these.
yeah, it's getting them off there, isn't it? Right, you can keep going, mate. Wedge. Right, mate, away you go. Let's get that par 3 score. You don't have lost a kneecap then.
Let's have a go. Well, I've got to win one way or another, haven't I?
Yeah. Oh, how good's this? Cutting a little bit.
Just cut in a little. Don't you dare go down. Oh, it's come back.
all
Don't
right.
matter. It's all right.
Lovely. Not bad. I think, you know, there's a bit of wind up there.
There must be, because that was struck quite well.
Yeah, I'm going to chip a pitching wedge up there. Oh, that's short as well. There is some wind there, isn't there?
You've got to be. What, your pitcher wedge short as well.
Yeah. So guys, make sure you stay tuned to find out who wins this match, but also let us know if you're excited for this series, because it's taken a little bit of time to get up and running, and we do apologise for that, but I think you've got to have enough data to warrant actually doing it.
Data.
Data. And as Alex Etchers would say, I am science. I don't know what that means, but
Science.
I thought I'd lost my towel again there. Does look like a sight to behold, and yeah, justice.
Justice.
Just a one shot here again. Do you like how I picked the holes so that you only get one shot?
You're nice to me, aren't you?
Whereas when we play a match and it's towards the back end of the round, you always get two, don't you?
Yep.
Come on, nice par.
I think he wants a little bit more than that.
Sit. Lovely. Yeah, delightful. That's run on a bit, but not bad.
I'm going to say, even though that's long, it's a tiny green at the minute, isn't it? I'm really happy with that.
And I'm going to put this with
Not
a hope that we get a lucky one in. Bring down my par 3 average.
What you had for your dinner? Spinach?
No, a shake.
Not as good as bacon, eggs and tomatoes with hash browns and all the rest of it.
I had bacon egg this morning on its own.
I like it.
Bit of protein. Right. It's interesting, my par 3 scoring average is bad because of the 9th, not normally this one, but
I'm going to say you've got your number, that one,
I've
haven't
left
it?
myself something there. For a 3-net 2 to tie the match. Pressure's on.
Pressure's on. Watch it go off like a shotgun.
Oh, he's left it short as well.
Do you know what? I'm not bothered on this one.
But 75% of putts you've left short. And also, you say you're not bothered, but, well...
If you put this one long, you're back. Bye.
Fair point. How's it come to this? Is par 3 letting me down again? Par 3 again. Well, that's a good honourable half, and it actually leaves us in a nice state for the upcoming series.
Yeah.
Right, somehow, I've not won that match.
What do you mean somehow?
Well done.
I don't think I've played too bad a golf there, really.
I've just played steady and then 3. But anyway. So, Foxy, thank you ever so much for your time as always. And I'm looking forward to seeing what more we can do with... I'm supposed to turn this screen then, not the entire camera. With these.
These little shot scope bodies.
Yes, very much looking forward to it. Thank you ever so much.
No, thanks for having me again.
And thank you all for watching. Huge thanks to the guys at ShotScope for supporting this series to help Foxy play better golf and potentially help us both play better golf as well, because I'm quite enjoying learning about my game as well. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And apart from that, I'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye. See you in a bit, boy.